guys, so today it has been officially 1 month for little Kyrie. So we're gonna do a 1 month update. So I'm super excited. He's so alert for this video. That makes me happy. He probably gonna fall asleep, but it's okay. Hopefully we won't be too long. Alright, so we're gonna start with his diaper size. He has just in the last couple of days moved over into a size 1 diaper, which I cried real tears when Christopher stopped using newborn diapers and went to a size 1 diaper. I did not cry this time, but he's getting bigger, which makes me super happy. He was in newborn diapers for about the first 3.5 weeks. So I think we went through whatever we took from the hospital. Those little packs, we went through like maybe 3 of those, and then we went through 2 the largest size box that they sell of the Pampers Pure, which is the brand that I prefer. Okay. Next I have on the list his clothing size. So he can still wear newborn clothes for the most part because he's super tiny but still getting bigger. The 0 to 3 months clothes is like a little bit big. That's what he has. This sleeper is 0 to 3 months, and I said it was big and then I had it all bunched up so it looked kind of small, but he's still got a lot of room. His feet often they often get like turned around and don't really even get down to the bottom unless you're holding him up like that. I know you want me to stop. But yeah, I have to often like try to work his feet down to the bottom and make sure that they fit in there right, because unless he's being held like this, his feet barely touch the bottom of these sleepers. So yeah, his onesies and things, they are the 0 to 3 months are like kind of baggy on them, and then the newborn stuff, it's a little big depending on which brand he's wearing. His first doctor visits, so he actually had 2. He had one 3 days after birth, and then he had one a week after that. So he has been gaining weight really fast. It's what they said. He's supposed to gain about a ½ ounce a day, and he was averaging at his the 1 week and a few day appointment, he was averaging 2 ounces per day in his weight gain. So I don't remember the specifics of how much he weighed. I know he weighed like 7 pounds and some ounces. I don't remember because it's been 3 weeks now since that. But yeah, she was like, I don't know what he's gonna be like at his 2-month appointment. So yeah, he's been doing really good with his weight gain. Next I have like noises and facial expressions. He's been tracking us with his eyes. Of course, when babies are first born, their vision isn't all that well. They develop over time, so now you can tell that he can see us a little bit more clearly. He follows us or follows, you know, our hands or whatever if we wave anything. Christopher's always showing him toys and he's following just fine, which, you know, it's cool to see. He be giving us these shady looks and it's funny, but I don't think that he knows that he's doing his eyebrows like that. Him and Christopher with these little mean faces or whatever they be doing. It's so funny. Noises he makes, like, it literally, I've been trying to catch it on camera, but it's just so random when he does it. It's like more so when he's stretching and stuff, so who knows when he's gonna stretch, because he doesn't always do it when he wakes up. But he literally makes the sound from SpongeBob when they are supposed to be using profanity, and it's like me and Wylie just always laugh because as soon as I said why he sounded like the little dolphin sound, Wylie knew exactly what I was talking about. And so it's just so funny. Maybe I'll get to catch it on a vlog or something, so just keep watching if you want to hear it. But it is so cute because it's so funny. His feedings. Okay, he was doing the every 3-hour thing like they tell you to do in the hospital at first. And then he went through a little growth spurt at about 2 weeks. And so that was eating every hour. He was eating about 2 ounces every hour. And then we bumped him up to 3 ounces. And he went kind of back to every hour and a half or so. And then he went to 3.5, and he was like for sure at every 2 hours like clockwork. So since he has just recently graduated as of yesterday to 4-ounce bottles, we kept teeter-tottering to see, but he can finish a whole 4-ounce bottle and keep it down and do well. He is exclusively breast milk fed, not nursed or breastfed. He's breastfed, I guess, but he's not nursing. I haven't nursed him since we left the hospital. I actually started pumping in the hospital. As you see, he's been introduced to a pacifier. We did that in the hospital as well. I wanted to give him breast milk if I could, because I was unable to do that with Christopher. But I did not have the desire to want to nurse him per se. Oh, big yawn. Big yawns. It's okay. I didn't want to nurse him necessarily, just because I knew that it would be way more work if only I could feed him, and that was just not stress that I wanted. It's already been a lot of chaos around. Like, literally, Wylie will sit down with the bottle to feed him, and I will sit down at the same time to pump like the next future feedings out. So that's been a lot of work. I will have a video on exclusively pumping, which I have been doing since we came home from the hospital. I don't know, the nursing life, I know it's a special bond that we would have. I just cannot, for my own sake, do it. So that's where we are with that. But he's been eating plenty, and I have been pumping plenty. I have an oversupply, it seems. Whereas last time, Christopher, I was like, I can't get anything, but that was because I had to take some antibiotics for an infection that I developed or had while I was laboring with Christopher. So it just like shot down my milk supply from the jump. I did as much as I could to get it back, and only a little came. So he was basically formula fed, supplements. Like, I was able to get whatever little breast milk I could get out, I would give it to him. Like, but it wasn't enough for a full feeding. It would be like little snacks for him. So anyways, that's where we are with the feedings. Sleeping, oh my gosh. So the first 2.5 weeks, I would say, home, or just his life, his first 2.5 weeks, he was, waking up to eat fairly often. So that was what was going on with the sleep. He would wake up and be like, I'm hungry, and then he would go back to sleep, or as the weeks progressed, he would start just staring at us in the middle of the night. You want your pasty? So yeah, he was waking up often to feed, and then he would, stay awake and just look at us, and we'd be like, we're falling asleep. We put him down, and he would put himself to sleep. So that was nice. As of the last part of his 3 week into his 4 weeks, he has been doing like a good 3-hour, 4-hour stretch, where he'll sleep at like 8 o'clock. He'll sleep from 8 to about midnight and want to eat, and then he will we'll typically get him dressed for bed either at the 8 o'clock feeding or the midnight feeding, just depending on how our evening is going. And then he will sleep from the midnight feeding until about 4 to 6 a.m. So it just is a toss-up on how he was feeling or whatever, of what time he wakes up. Sometimes he's smack dab in the middle and wakes up at 5, but at least that was a 5-hour stretch from midnight to 5 a.m., that we got to rest. So he's been doing well with his sleeping. During the day, I don't even track it because it's like, we're up anyways. Like, he just takes naps whenever. But I do know that he's spending a lot more time awake. It is really surprising me that he's staying awake. While I'm recording this right now, it seems like he would have already taken a nap because he did just get done eating. It's so funny when he holds my hand. It's so forceful. Like, he's so strong. It's like when we're holding his bottle. Like right now, this grip on my finger, I'm not going nowhere. I can't even just look at my phone right now to tell y'all what the next topic is. Can I have my finger? Can I have my finger? There hasn't been any cradle cap. I don't know. I remember when cradle cap started for Christopher, but we haven't seen anything. He's done his regular baby peeling. He's got his little regular normal baby acne. But yeah, overall, it's been an adjustment, but I think we've adjusted fairly well in the first month. Christopher loves being a big brother. At first, he thought Kyrie was like a baby doll or a toy or something, and he would keep telling us at dinner time, no toys in the kitchen, no Kyrie at the table, like, because he was just like, y'all tell me don't bring toys in here, no toys at the table, no toys in the kitchen, and that's a toy. Like, because Kyrie doesn't talk to him, or he wasn't making too many sounds other than like crying and stuff. So now that Christopher is well aware that he's a human being, it's been so much easier. He's always telling us what's wrong with his baby, and he's like, my baby needs something, hurry, come here, come check on my baby. Like, it's the cutest thing ever, and I'm so proud that he's like taking a liking to his brother, because I've heard the stories of going from 1 to 2 where the oldest child is like, get that out of here. So I'm so happy that it just makes my heart smile that Christopher is in love with his baby brother. He always wants him to, you know, be by him, or he'll just come and look every time we have him in his pack and play or in his crib or something, and he's like, he's so cute. And so I just think that's the greatest thing ever. Me and Dad, we've adjusted well. I guess we can do a video on how we've adjusted over the last month. I will show you guys, honey, if you will let me. Can I show you behind the camera? So here is Mr. Kai Kai. Mr. Chillin' Man. Mr. Greedy Monsters is what I call him. Oh. Mr. Greedy Monsters. There you go. There's Mr. Greedy Monsters. Mr. Big Kid, his hair is changing slowly. He's slowly getting his afro. But yeah, so that is the 1 month update from Mr. Kyrie.